if you can just fix your self-concept and elevate it to, let's say, a benchmark of first class, everything in your life will improve tremendously, especially the people who are trying to manifest their specific person. Because at the back of every single relationship, manifestation, and breakups that now that I do the coaching practice and I talk about it, and from a personal experience too, I have noticed that the self concept is in shambles. And you can try manifestation techniques and tips and imagination and these things to manifest them back in your life. But I have heard it so many times that they manifested them back, but they broke up again. Old patterns came back and everything went down the drain again. So, what gives? What is going on? It's because you did not change yourself to sustain that love. And how do you do that? Well, you have to have beliefs about yourself, your self concept that you are worthy of sustained love, that you deserve to be with a partner who is, deeply in love with you and not insecure about you, and all these things, right? So at the back of every single SP breakup and manifestation lies self concept, and usually the self concept is very, very low, down in the dumps basically. And so you may affirm that they are now in love with you and they want to be back in your life, and they may get back in your life, but after that you will start to repeat the same patterns. Insecurity might come back, unworthiness might come back, a fear of losing them might come back. So what is fear of losing? It is that maybe they will find somebody else, or maybe I'm not good enough. Low class thoughts, right? And fear of insecurities may come like, oh, this woman might steal my man, or this my wife is too beautiful for me, for example, and these other people might steal her, or this or that. Low class self-image, right? If you had a high class, first class self-image, you would be like, no, I only deserve faithful love. I trust my wife because she loves me more than anybody else, and I love her more than anything also. And so everything is fine. Nothing is going to happen, right? So let's talk about business, for example, right? Somebody has, let's say, consulting business or marketing or whatever. So if they are overly attached to making certain kind of money and they're desperate about it, they're working hard and nothing is happening, so they will try to chase clients. They will try to not lowball, basically they will try to strong arm them, right? Force them into a deal. And from this perspective, if they get a deal, it's going to be terrible, for example, because when you force a client to do something for you, it's never good. Or they will chase them away, right? They will try too hard and the business will not come. Low class self-image is playing out. While if a person is secure within themselves that my offer is incredible, I provide incredible value to these people's life, I am changing lives, or what the service I'm giving is incredible, is going to really help them, and you're like, and first of all, knowing manifestation and law of assumption, you will be like, I'm the source of my reality, so these clients are not out there, I am creating them as I go. So I'm going to assume that my work is the best work, I provide the most value, and therefore clients are going to come naturally to me. And so when a client comes, you are meeting them with your first class self-image, and it's just the flow, it flows and everything is just beautiful. And they want to do the deal with you then because you are so wonderful, you are so in flow. There is no desperate energy attached, no low class self-image, right? So it's at the back of everything is a certain beliefs about yourself that you have repeated and practiced. That the important point is repeated and practiced, and therefore then they become a default program in your life, and everywhere you go you seem to be repeating patterns, right? So in order for you to attain success, you must have a a self-image of a first-class self-image of success, and not just small success, right? First-class success is, good success, like a worthy of being called successful. And so, same with love, right? A low-class self-image would be like, I am even happy with breadcrumbs so long as they stay in my life, even if I have to beg, I will just keep on doing just to keep them here. Well, a first-class self-image is, no, I have boundaries, I have certain standards, and if they are not met, I'm not gonna beg. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna hold my boundaries, and I'm gonna demand that. And also, you will be secure in yourself, so you will not have insecurities. You will not try to force them to do anything. You will not try to manipulate them. And all of this is such a freeing and beautiful energy that everybody just wants to be with you then. Who wouldn't want to be with a person who is magnetic, charismatic, is not insecure, is not forceful, is not manipulative, just a good time, just relaxed, good time? Who would not want to be with this person? So when I have client calls, I hear a lot about what happened and SP, but the whole thing never comes back to you, as in who do you have to be in order for your SP to love you, right? What is that state of being in you that will manifest that experience? So it's all about you, and that version of you is secure, is loving, but has boundaries, right? Does not accept low class treatment, and is a fun person, is doing great in life, right? If you are right now with your specific person and you have their love, so-called, what would you be doing? You would be living your life, you would be enjoying your life, you would be working on your business or your job, you would be planning things, right? You would basically be living your best life. But when you guys are manifesting a specific person, you throw all of that out of the window. It's like your world does not even exist without this person, and that is the mistake, right? It's all about them, and it comes from a very low class base of insecurity and desperation and neediness. And I know that because I was there. So I'm speaking from personal experience. None of this is just like I'm parroting some book or some guru. No, it's all from personal experience. And in those moments, I elevated my self-concept by, first of all, writing down on a piece of paper my current self-concept, which was terrible. So I already have that paper. I still have that paper. Where it's a Word document in my computer where I wrote down the whole thing. And I made one column where I wrote my old self-concept, which I had, and then I wrote my new self-concept. And then I said that anything that does not align with my new self-concept, I do not accept it. And I've recently made another video where a thought came to me all of a sudden, and I made a video about it, that if it's not a first class, if it is not first class, I don't want it. Basically, if anything is not first class, I don't want it. I will not give it my energy. I will not waste my time. I only entertain first class stuff. And so this is first class self. You can base your entire existence on this just one statement, that if it's not first class, I don't want it. What does that imply? That you're a first class person and you only experience first class things. And if it's something lower than that, you just don't entertain it and you walk away. That energy of detachment is extremely magnetic. And things just come. Your specific person is nothing, other people come. And whenever you truly elevate your self-concept, everything improves in your life, not just one thing. And so it always comes back to, who do you say that you are, right? As Jesus said to his disciples, but who do you say that I am, right? So how you define yourself to be consistently, we're not talking about one-off saying, oh, I am the best, and then all day thinking that you are a loser. Or just affirming one time that they are obsessed with me, and then all day waiting for their text message. Is that first class? right? Be honest with yourself. Is that first class? Not really, right? And so it's about knowing that you are the source of your reality, and if you behave like a not a first class person, you're going to have an experience of not first class, and your SP will never ever treat you the way you want them to, because you're not being the person who deserves that, you see. And so it is not even about them. This is why I don't want to when I talk with my clients, I always am trying to dig deep and try to get their beliefs that are reflecting the experience that they're having. So I usually do not talk much about the specific person. I talk about what within you is reflecting that experience. And once you change that, everything will change. And so if you can just let me simplify it for you, right? You don't have to flip everything throughout the day, trying to peruse through your entire library of garbage, limiting beliefs that you have contained in your life now, in your mind now. Just say, if it's not first class, I don't want it, right? Anything happens in life, if you are having low class thoughts like, oh, my SP might not want to be with me, they might hate me, maybe I'm not worthy, low class self image, low class thoughts, I don't want them. My business is not going to be successful because I don't have the skills, or my brand sucks, what I'm trying to do sucks, low class self image, don't want it, throw it out. So I'm never chosen, nobody chooses me, nobody loves me, nothing ever good happens to me, low class self image, low class thoughts, throw them out. Only entertain first class self image. Somebody on the street says something nasty to you, that's a low class thing being reflected to you. You shrug it off and you ignore it like it doesn't even exist. You do not give it energy, you walk away, because that's not who you are, right? And same as you're doing you're working at your job, something happened that you do not like, smells like low class thing, you remove yourself from the situation and do not give it your energy, and internally tell yourself that you are first class self image, do not allow you to engage in any of that, like gossip, for example, right? So everything you can orient your entire life, literally your entire life, from the perspective that if it's not first class, I don't care about it, I don't want it, I have nothing to do with it. And when you keep entertaining this and keep building upon it, eventually your self concept will automatically elevate to a point where everything will start to become first class. And the things that are low class either will disappear from your life, or you will no longer be interested in them. And you will start to become interested in first class self image, first class things, first class hobbies, everything first class. And so, yeah, simplify it. Just say to yourself, if it's not first class, I don't want it. And this will automatically fix your self-concept, and once your self-concept gets fixed, everything is automatic after that. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, the link is in the description, or you can join the membership channel where I do weekly live streams and answer all your questions every single Saturday. So you can join that, link is in the description. This is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.